Hi, everybody. It's Ask Me Anything AI, sponsored by Berries. If you don't know who Berries is, they are a HIPAA-compliant AI note writing platform. They're amazing. And they're sponsoring these every week for about 15 minutes. I'm just going to pop in here to see if anybody has any questions. People do send me questions through Messenger. Feel free to do that or post it in the Facebook group. I'll come back and answer it for you all. See if you guys have questions. So this is a place you can ask any single question that you have about AI. It doesn't even have to be about running your private practice with AI. So somebody did ask me a question, and it was essentially, why do I need to use AI? Some people say it takes them longer to do things using AI, and I find that that's usually because they don't know how to use it yet. They're not really good at creating like really good workflows, and they're spending a lot of time sort of just like playing around with it and not getting a lot accomplished. So I have heard that before. I've been guilty of that. You probably heard me say that I'm totally addicted to AppSumo. If you don't know what that is, it's a website you can go to. You can get a lifetime or an annual membership and have the pro version. But like every day, they send emails with all these really cool programs. And normally with these programs, you'd have to pay a monthly fee, usually like $25 or $40 or something like that. But with AppSumo, they give you lifetime deals. It's like flash sales, and you get these products for lifetime. But a lot of them are kind of new and they're a little bit glitchy. And I'm sure in my mind they're going to get like way better. So I buy them anyway. But then I find myself spending hours and hours and hours trying to figure out these products because they're AI-ified or they're going to make my life a lot easier. But I really spend a lot of time messing around with it and not getting a lot accomplished. So just saying that to say AI is great, but you have to be careful with how you're using it or how much time you're using or spending, like spinning your wheels on different things that you're trying to do with AI. Like a lot of people tell me, I used ChatGPT to write my progress notes and they turn out terrible. I copy them, I paste them over to my EHR, but then I'm spending 2 hours or half the day basically going back and editing these notes that I've written in ChatGPT that's supposed to make it easier and quicker for me. So 2 hours is a, overstatement, but basically a lot of people do tell me that in the clinical AI club. So you can use programs like Berries, the people that sponsor this live Q&A every week at their HIPAA compliant platform. I just posted a video a little while ago, and I'll probably tag at everybody later because I've got really cool things to show you. And one of them is the My Formats in Berries, which makes this note writing process a lot easier because you can actually program it for the note format that you use. So a lot of us have an audit-proof note format that we bought from somebody like Gabrielle Giuliano Volano or Beth Rottell, the documentation wizard. They all have created these really cool notes that they say basically will help you pass an audit. But what you could do with Berries is take that note template that you bought from them and put it over into Berries, and there's a magic button that's like a learn button. You click it and it turns it into a formatted note, basically, that every time now that you hit the record button while you're in session with your client, it's going to just turn it into this note format that you want it to be exactly how you wanted to write it. So all that to say, that's a way to save time with AI instead of just like messing around with it and getting crappy notes and then taking it over to your EHR and then having to edit it and all that stuff. Another thing, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but ChatGPT in particular, if you try to ask it to do something for you and you copy and paste it over somewhere, it always puts like these asterisks and hashtags. It totally formats it in a really obnoxious way. I don't know why it does that, but I did figure out with that because I was spending a lot of time with that. I would copy it, I would paste it, and then I'm like, spacebar, delete hashtags, spacebar, delete asterisks, and spending tons of time doing that. But I figured out you can do a prompt in ChatGPT that can say, I need you to reformat this because I need to copy and paste this. When I'm copying and pasting it, I'm getting a lot of asterisks and hashtags. I don't want that. I want to be able to copy and paste it clean with no extra stuff, no extra formatting. And if you do that, it will rewrite it. You can copy and paste it that way and not have to have all those extra things added in. So that is a way to save time. I hope that helps a little bit. I see 3 people here. You guys let me know if you have questions. Let's see. Okay, I'm hoping you can explain more about how Berries works. Also, do you know of any AI video making programs to create video for our websites that won't then use your voice for something else? So what I think you're asking is just like somewhere that you can go in and record a video and then edit it if you want to, and then download it and go pop it on your website without it being like a copyright sort of thing where somebody could come and remix it or use it again. I think that's what you're asking. So I use Descript, and you can take a video that you've recorded from somewhere else. You can go drag and drop it into Descript. It's just you put it over there and it automatically turns it into a transcript. But the cool thing about Descript is you've got the video right here, you've got the transcript right here, and you can edit the video by cutting the words out of the transcript. So all you have to do is highlight. If you're like, oh God, I don't like that. You just highlight it, you cut it out, and it's done. It just takes it out. It edits the video instantly. And there's these little slide tools where you can scoot over the video, and there's like glitches where you cut it. It also has this magic feature in there that takes out all the ums. I just said it takes out all the ums. It takes out common filler words that they call them, what else? I always say, so when I put my videos in there, it already highlights all these filler words and you can just automatically remove them. It removes gaps. It's got features where you can add in B-rolls. You can add in like GIFs if you want on the video. You know how YouTube videos, they've got all these little textings that slide in. They cut to a B-roll or somebody's working on a computer. You could do all of that in Descript. And then you can actually save the video just from a link that will take them back to the video in Descript, or you can download the video and go upload it wherever you want to. So I frequently do those, and then I go upload them back into YouTube or wherever I want to show the video, put it in a Facebook group or something like that. But I've edited it in Descript, and it's so easy because you don't have to be a software editor, video editor. You could just cut the words out, and it makes it perfect for you. Yeah. So Colleen, I hope that answers your question. Okay, let's see. Ashley says, how do berries work with berries EHR? So in berries, I just did a tutorial too, Ashley. It's in the group. I'll tag you in it after this. It writes the note for you, and then there's a copy button, and you go copy it, and you just take it right over to your EHR and drop it in. Now, my EHR, I've got a template in there already where I've got check boxes, and then I've got the subjective and objective from the session where I can type in and enter the quote that the person's saying they want that for medical necessity. So I can pop all that in. And I could just grab that section if I want to, because the check boxes are already checked in my note. But with Barry's new format feature, you can actually put your check boxes in this note, not the check boxes, but all of the things that you would check. And Barry's is so smart and intuitive. It picks up on what you're talking about in the session and just fills in the blanks. So if you have check boxes for mental status and there's suicidal ideation with plan, suicidal ideation without plan, cognitive functioning, tangential, if you've got options like that, Barry's literally just picks up from your conversation and knows that it needs to be looking for these things in your note. And when you hit, end session, in about 2 seconds, it's turned it into a note. And if you're using the My Formats option, it turns it into your perfect note format that you are already using in your EHR. So that's amazing. And they do have a group subscription. I believe it's half off for each extra clinician, but don't quote me on that because they're changing the pricing around a little bit. But yeah, it's going to save your group a lot of time. And it's HIPAA compliant, and they're now working on the SOC 2 HIPAA compliant security. So it's going to be even more secure than even HIPAA compliant, which is pretty cool. If you go to my YouTube channel, there's videos on there about berries. And I'm kind of doing a series with berries, like an intro video. I've got one I'm doing right now with different things you can do with berries. There's so many things. I first made this really long video and I was like, no, I need to shorten it down a little bit. And I made it a Descript for Colleen who was asking about that. And you could just cut and paste it how you want. But I made the one for my formats, but I also have an intro one that I did a couple weeks ago introducing berries. Okay, that's my YouTube. There's videos over there. But berries, I don't know if I mentioned this. They did sponsor this live that I do every week, but I'm also the clinical consultant for the development of the product for therapists. So we have a ton of really awesome features coming out. One of them is, I don't know how it works because I'm not that techie on the back end, but I told them, us as therapists, we need something that writes our treatment plans for us, but has our original treatment plan. And then as a new note is written, I want this AI to take what I wrote in my progress note and then alter the treatment plan to show if there was progress, lack thereof progress, if a goal's been completed, if we need to put a new goal based on what happened in that session. So they're working on that. And they think probably by next week, they're going to have a beta version of the treatment plans. And I'm just blown away by this. If this is possible, imagine you just record your note, you click a button, it makes it for you, and then it updates your treatment plan and you don't even have to do anything. I mean, obviously, we have to use our clinical brains to make sure it's correct and all that, but for the most part, it's pretty accurate. And it blows my mind, the things that we're going to be doing with berries. So I'm super excited to continue to share it with you guys. Really excited. I guess since I'm talking about berries, let me drop the link, ICU/therapist. And I have to say, I was approached by quite a few of these AI companies, these note writing companies, and I really didn't like a lot of them. A lot of them were like, well, we're going to take it slow. We're not going to bring any new advancements or beta things for a couple of months. We're just going to take it slow. And I'm not like that. And if you guys know me, Paul, I like a quick start, I get an idea, and I'm like, let me start a Facebook group about it, or let me write a course about this and get it out there. So I really want to start things quickly. And that's what I like about berries. When they've got an idea, they're like, yeah, let's do it. So go check it out. They have 20 free sessions and 10 each month. So if you're somebody that's got a really small caseload, you don't even have to actually pay for the membership because you can get the free sessions if you just have a couple of clients you see 1 or 2 a week or something. And they also have discounts for interns and therapists that aren't licensed yet. So Ashley, for your group in particular, I know you have a lot of interns. They might really work a good deal for you, but I think they want every practice to reach out specifically to talk about what's going on in their own practice to get those group rates. I guess that's everything. I'll be here next week. So if you have questions you want me to answer, I'm happy to do that. And if you watch this later, just tag me and say, tag Kim Tolson. I'll come back and answer questions for you. Okay. All right. I'll see you guys later. Bye.